Hey everybody, it's Lacey, and today I'm going to show you how to make your very own unicorn horn. So you glue it on here, and you look like a real bona fide unicorn. I mean, look at this. Bona fide unicorn. Things you're going to need include Sculpey Ultra Light Clay, sandpaper. I used both 60 and 220 grit, spray paint in your choice of colors, and clear coat to seal it all. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to figure out how long you want your unicorn horn. I just kind of felt about where I thought it should be, and I ended up at about 3.5 inches. I went with 3 inches because I knew that it's probably gonna be a little longer than I plan on it being. So now you're gonna wanna make a mock-up, paper version of your horn so that you can make sure you have it the right size and it's just perfect. First, mark out however long you want your horn to be on a piece of paper. I chose 3 inches. And then fold that in just a little bit, mark it in another spot, because you're not gonna want a whole, big corner piece. Okay, now that we've got that all marked out, let's get cutting. Cut across here until you get kind of like a fan shape. So all you have to do is wrap it up now, like a unicorn horn. See? And now we can try it out. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks about the right length. We also might notice that we don't want it entirely flat. We might want it to tilt a little bit. And next you're gonna wanna just take some tape and tape it all down. Now that we've got our paper cone that is about the same size we want our horn to be, we can take some Sculpey and shape it into about that shape. When working with Sculpey, I recommend working on a glass surface so that you can easily stick it down and it doesn't stick to it. Work your Sculpey really good. Now, we've got our paper cone and we want to get about the same shape as it. I'm gonna roll it and put pressure on the tip to make it more pointy. We're gonna roll it and we're gonna kind of push it together like this because that'll make it fatter and it'll make it more unicorn shaped. And then you're gonna get a blob that tries to come out here. And you're gonna wanna just push and roll on that so that becomes more unicorn shaped. Okay, let's see how we're doing. We're still a little thick at the base, so that's looking really good. We're gonna mark it. I usually just use my fingernail. And I'm actually just gonna use the protractor I had because this cut doesn't need to be perfect. Just kind of cut it off. So you have your unicorn horn now, but it doesn't look very much like a unicorn horn. It just kind of looks like a cone. To make it look more like a unicorn horn, you simply start twisting. And it creates that horn type effect. And just be really gentle with your fingers, don't press super hard. This also makes it a little longer. So that's why I said better to err on the side of shorter if you think it's going to be an issue. Okay, so now you have a unicorn horn. To make it fit properly on your head, you're going to take some saran wrap and you're going to stick it on your forehead like a really classy lady, okay? So now you're gonna put it on your head about where you want it, and you're going to push down at the edges. Because you want it to be kind of like a V-ish shape. And it's okay that it's falling over a little bit while I'm doing that, because we have to go in and we have to clean things up a little bit after that anyway. So now, just press your finger into that spot And it doesn't have to hug your forehead perfectly. It's just nice if it has, you know, the basic shape. And so now we have a unicorn horn and it is time to bake it. So now I'm gonna lay out some aluminum foil to lay the horn on and fold the side near the tip over. This protects it from getting too hot too fast. Next, we guesstimate the time it needs to cook. The package says 15 minutes at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for every 1/4 inch. I'm guessing mine is a little over a 1/2 inch thick at the base, so I went with 30 minutes. So set a timer and pop it in. Now that we've got it out of the oven, where it was laying down, it has a few spots on it that are smooth and too flat. Also, mine warped at the bottom here a little bit. So we're just gonna use some 60 grit sandpaper and we're gonna go at it. It's getting flatter. Also, if your horn came out not quite straight, you can flex it slightly, like a little bit, as long as you didn't overcook it, because it gets brittle when you overcook it. But there are some shiny spots on here where it was too flat, like it was against the thing. If you give it a good sanding, it starts to smooth those out. And also, if you find that your grooves are not as groovy, if you find that your grooves are not as deep as you want, you can go along them with some sandpaper. So like, see, I'm matching the angle of this groove. And you can just like cut into it again. Now we need to seal it. When I spray paint things, I like to put them in a cardboard box to help protect the things around them from overspray. To seal these, I use 2 coats of clear satin finish Krylon spray paint. Then I went over it with 2 coats of white Krylon CoverMax. I sanded between those 2 coats with 220 grit sandpaper to ensure a good surface texture. Then I painted just the tip with a coat of gold Color Tool spray paint. And I finish it off by spraying the satin finish Krylon all over it again. Okay, so you've finished up your unicorn horn. It's looking quite lovely with its gold and white. So we need to attach it right here. So the first thing you need to do to attach it is take some rubbing alcohol and a cotton pad or something and just wipe off the spot where you want to attach it. Mine has makeup on it right now, so I recommend doing your makeup before this still though. I want to make sure I have it in the right spot, like right there. Okay. Ooh, see how red I am? Goodness. Anyway, wipe off that spot. Get your eyelash glue. I usually just put some on my forehead. Just like a little bit, and I actually smear it out with my finger. Because I mean, it's not gonna hurt you. And this is the one that dries clear. I also put a little bit, just a dab on the horn, and then I smear it out. Now you just wait. You wait for this to turn clear-ish. 30 seconds is what it says on the container, but I find that it takes just a little bit longer for it to actually stay and stick well. Okay, you wanna make sure you get it nice and centered. I'm gonna show you me doing this on another person too, because I find it easier to see what's going on.
My art teacher says dots, not lots.
And her art teacher is 100% correct. Make sure you don't use too much. And please don't gore anybody. Your horn won't hold up. And now you just hold it for a real long time. If it comes off, it means you didn't hold it long enough or your glue wasn't dry enough. It's a bit finicky, but I find putting glue on both surfaces makes it glue a little easier, a little better. When I first did it, I put the glue just on the horn and it didn't stick as well. And there you have it. You're a unicorn. I'm a unicorn. We're all unicorns. And if you want to add a little extra glitz, you can do the same with some gems. And you just let the glue kind of dry on them. I also have done this with the black eyelash glue before. I do not recommend it. But see, the clear eyelash glue, if you have this happening, it just dries clear and it's no big deal. It's not really visible. So there you have it. That's how to make your very own unicorn horn. So you can be a unicorn at Halloween, a convention, a festival, whatever. And I just braided my hair and put on my makeup as usual. I use a really light eyeliner because I felt like a light wing would look better with this, almost elven, hence the braids. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video that I made for you, and I hope you find it super useful. And if you did, then please join your fellow video enjoyers in hitting that subscribe button so you can see all my videos as soon as they come out. And please give this video a thumbs up to let me know you enjoyed it. Also, always remember, you're special and amazing, and thank you for being you. Bye!